Hopefully. We'll wait till everybody gets connected. Yes, we are here. I'm sure all the algorithms are getting their thing right
YouTube's
now.
doing its thing. All good.
Let me just check. Oh, where's here.
It's not the start of a live if you don't make sure your hair is all good.
But you know what? It's so funny, Austin, because that's what everybody else does too. Whenever I watch other content creators live, everybody is like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah. So we got nice messages on our community tab. I don't know if you've checked.
I've seen a few of them,
But yeah, it was nice. So hopefully this isn't too late. I'm not sure. What time is it here
20
right now?
after 3. So this is when we would do a lot of our lives before sort of the Christmas break.
Yeah. Still a bit late for some of our community, in the middle of the night for
It
them.
is,
So
yeah.
Hopefully. But what are we titled today?
This is our January community check-in.
Our community check-in, right. So I guess at the end of the day, it is 2025.
Yeah, it is.
And we have hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. I am more determined
Dana.
than ever. Hi, Dana.
Hey there. Welcome.
Hi, Dana.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you for that lovely comment. We miss you too, Dana. You know what, though? The problem is, Dana, is when we've done our other lives, which, to be fair, over the holiday break, we definitely I had to take a pause.
Yeah.
I had for my own well-being, because I feel guilty when we're not on the lives and doing production, and it's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot sometimes. So I kind of needed to take a break from it. But the ones that we did, you weren't with us. But we always mentioned you. We always said, Dana.
Oh, where's Dana? Dana's not here.
Dana, if you watch this after. So hopefully you got caught up on some of our... Then we did that with some of our other friends.
Yeah, true. We did. We definitely did fewer lives. And the ones we did a little earlier in the day, too. Mm-hmm. To try and see.
We tried to, for sure. So we're just kind of waiting for everybody to come in. But you know what, Dana? We want to hear about you. What have you been up to the last 2 or 3 weeks, let's say?
How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's?
I'm not sure that Dana...
Your holidays.
Well, I don't think Dana participates, if I remember correctly, because you're in India, right? If I'm not mistaken, hun?
Yeah.
Remind us.
Well, let us know how you've been these last few weeks. We're curious.
We're seeing everybody pop in. Don't forget to say something in the chat so we know who you are and where you're from. Our community is very important to us.
Yeah, very important. And they're very friendly, too. Yeah. You can pop in, tell us who you are, tell us where you're from, ask us what you want. Just be polite. That's it. Be polite, be nice. Courteous.
We don't need to tell them anymore. Yeah. They got it.
True.
They know us.
True, but we're Canadian. We got to keep that stereotype going.
2025.
Yes.
We talked on one of our last lives where we had quite a few people in here. What do you guys feel about resolutions? And everybody was kind of not sure that it was a big thing anymore. Have you decided, my son, on a resolution? I know your resolution is as Bread Soldier. No. Dale.
Yeah.
Dale said, be healthy, not get healthy.
I mean, yeah.
Be healthy. But what else?
Well, that was sort of my main resolutions.
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed, really.
Nothing else added?
I would say my other one would be to be more successful in my business as a realtor. Just because for me personally, last year was a slower year. I didn't have a lot of success, a lot of bringing in deals on my own. So I want to do more of that this coming year. I want to sort of course correct that.
I think though, honey, for everybody that hasn't chipped in yet to the chat, we can see it kind of coming in. We're Mom and Son. We've got a podcast where we do lots of funny stuff together and make each other laugh. But we're also realtors. So 2024 for real estate here in Ontario, Canada was slow. So, you were on the webinar that I did with Agent Locator, which was worldwide with the other coaches.
Yeah.
You can't really compare what you did in 2024 because for us here, we got hit with 6 or 7 interest rate hikes, which basically stopped everybody from buying. So this year is a different year. You've got this.
Yep.
Whether or not, and I'm here to be your cheerleader, whether or not you sell houses, what you do inside and run the business is just as important as you going out and selling.
True, for sure.
You are the person behind everything that happens for our real estate.
And I do appreciate that, and I do know that, but it is also a crucial part of my business to be able to bring in deals to help people buy and sell homes.
And you have.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be surprised at your numbers last year. Anyhow, what is Dana saying? I can see.
Dana says, actually, I was planning to watch Liverpool versus Tottenham, but you guys are definitely more important.
Oh, see? And I would agree with that, Dana. Just kidding.
And Dana also says, Austin, you're a successful person in your work. You're doing a great job that no one else can do.
Thank you, Dana. We appreciate that.
Community's so
much.
nice.
Yes, it's very true. And that's the one thing that we talked about in that worldwide webinar that I was asked to be part of. Never compare yourself from one year to another. What I always do is instead of comparing myself, I always do a check-in. Okay, how did I perform in this aspect of my business? And if I can say to myself, it was my fault that this particular number wasn't higher because I laxed or I didn't do what I should have or could have, then that's my personal check-in, and that's what makes the difference for me in the following year.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right, we got this.
Yeah, so far off to a good start. Been talking to a lot of people. I think on Friday I'm showing like 5 or 6 houses.
Is that how much she's booked? Okay. Yep. Oh, you're going to be out for a while, let me tell you.
Yep, it's not close.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, we appreciate the kind words. Everybody else that's watching, please check in the chat. We want to know where you're from and who you are. Even if you just say hi, that matters absolutely so much to us. So much to us. My phone, like there's alerts going off like nobody's business right now.
We're talking about real estate.
Why?
I keep getting showing alerts.
Because I had to take it off Wi-Fi. Did you remember to put it on Wi-Fi before you?
No,
okay.
I didn't.
So my phone is like, data warning. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, let us know. I know we got a few people in here. It says we're just a happy community here for anyone here who's new. We're a mom and son podcast. I am obviously the mom, Tara Bayless. This year is my son, Austin Bayless.
And he performs at your local comedian.
Yep. And we just talk about our lives, talk about things going on, play silly games with each other. We compete. It's all about just sort of exploring life and exploring our lives together.
Just the mom and son dynamic.
Yeah.
We talk about lots of things from past difficult situations that personally each one of us have faced to, competition in games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think going forward, and Dana, you've been a really good contributor to things that you want to see. We are filming. I did say on the community tab that we were starting to film again on Friday. That has to be bounced now to Monday. Monday is a full day of filming for me. I'm starting at 10 a.m. I'm filming for the brokerage. For 4 hours. But we're going to be dropping, and we're going to be doing more of our sit-down talks. A couple of the things that we've kind of come up with is a lot of you say you want to hear about the entrepreneurial way of my life and how I've been able to create what I feel is successful, but I'm certainly by no means a wealthy person. So don't misinterpret success, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're also going to do some real estate tips and tricks too, for anybody that's looking to get into the real estate market, no matter where you live. There's a few things that we need to think about from beginning to end. And then we're also going to go back to quizzing each other and seeing who can beat each other at something. Yeah.
All right, Dana, she said a couple things. She's right. Austin's a comedian. I'd love to see him in a comedy movie. Hey, maybe one day.
One day.
You never know.
Yeah.
I was a theater kid growing up, and I definitely look forward to seeing that. I love anything you guys make. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. So shout out to a couple of our people that haven't come in the chat yet. If you are here, if you're not here, Neil.
Yes.
Now, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? We need you to say something on our community tab so we know that you are on the mend.
Yeah, Brett, if you're out there, we hope you're doing good. Hope the fighting's going well.
Practicing.
Of course, Napur, we're always looking out for you. We're always hoping to see you.
And we got your message, Amit, that you've been waiting for our next live, but I know that the time zone is really different for all of you guys. Hopefully you'll catch it, but also Nupur and Amit are following us on Instagram on my Tara Lee Real Estate.
Yes.
Or Tara Bayless, if you want to type my name in. You guys can always follow me on there because I'm telling you, I love it when our community likes, even if we're posting open houses. They're like, that's great. Anything that you guys do, even from a real estate point of view, it actually helps our algorithm on our Instagram as well.
All about engagements.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think you want everybody to know that's watching right now?
Well, I want everyone to know.
Well, we did have a prime minister is resigning
In March. We keep getting people that come in and say, hey, what do you think of the politics? What do you think of Trudeau? This really isn't a political podcast.
I had to go there.
We try to avoid... You bite your tongue hard whenever someone asks.
Yay! See you later, alligator. Okay. Anyway, so whenever we have developed, what we've done is we started going, what are the most popular questions? And we were going to do like a Q&A, answering your most popular, because we do get asked the same things over and over again. So for all of our community who's watched our lives before, for all that have said, what do you think of Trudeau? We've remained silent because we don't want to become too political.
Yeah,
but if you could just see this applause, you will know how I feel. I'm speaking for myself only about him resigning.
Yeah, for me, if I have to say anything, it'll be this, and I'll leave it at this. It amazes me that anyone feels strongly about him in any way.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because we do share a little bit of a different political view. But I do see we've got two in here that have said something. Can you read them? I can't see them.
Well, Yona Chrisbaum family. Unfortunately, I don't think I can understand that. I think it was in German.
Okay. Blue.
But hey, we're good to have you. Blue Baron, welcome.
Hey, welcome back, buddy. How you doing?
Speaking of politics, how do you feel about America annexing Canada?
Okay. Blue, can you remind me, are you an American friend of ours? I can't remember where you're from. I'm so sorry.
Let's see. Yona, hello there. Nice to see you.
Hey, we need English.
There we go.
Thank you.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
From?
He's British.
You're British. Okay, so yeah.
Katie Chanel. Hey there. Welcome.
How far can I get into this? Hey, Katie. Not happy at all. But I mean, Trump, he just likes to flap his friggin' big mouth.
Listen, again,
that's what I'm going to say.
I'll say this and I'll leave it at this. In the list of stupid things he said, I don't even know if that cracks the top 30.
Well, I'll tell you, it's starting. I hope you're watching the news, because he's repeating it over and over again. And a lot of Canadians socially on social media are now saying exactly how that's going to go.
Yeah. Let's see. Yona, do we know Germany?
Yes. Well,
I know of it. I don't know it, I would say, deeply. Like, I don't know the deep history of it or anything like that besides obvious topics. But honestly, hey, I'm always happy to learn.
Haven't been there. Beautiful country. Good friends of mine. Their names are Norbert and Rosie. They are from Germany. Right. And speak very highly, beautiful people, and we are so glad that you're with us. I haven't traveled there, sadly.
Yeah. Katie, has it been snowing where we live? On and off.
Girl.
Like, we get hit hard with snow, and then it just stops.
Where are you from, Katie?
Okay. Let us know where you're from, Katie.
Yeah.
And Blue Baron, I'm in support of Canada and the UK making a union. We're the same people, really.
I mean, we were Commonwealth together, right? Like, yeah, I get it.
The old saying, Canada is the only country to earn its independence by asking politely.
This could get very deep.
Katie is England.
Well, Well, we have so many people on our community from the UK. Just to let you know, everybody, if you have forgotten or you're new here, my son Austin is 50% British. His paternal grandparents, may they rest in peace now, are from London, England. So we love and we're Canadian. So, the UK and Canada are like this.
Oh, we're starting to get a more active chat now.
It was very snowy. So for the week over Christmas, the week after Christmas, we literally got, I think it was around 4 back-to-back snowstorms up until last weekend. Parts of Ontario, even today, Barrie, Midland, Collingwood, Wasaga are getting hammered again. Today, where we live in Ontario, it is like minus 13. So
it's
the
cold
snow
today.
it's too cold to snow, but freezing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yona, I don't understand English very well. Sorry.
Okay.
Do you like Germany? Yeah,
Yes.
I have no problem with Germany.
Yes, of course.
Yep. And can you teach me English? Listen,
I can't.
English is a very hard language to learn. So don't think of it as you have trouble understanding it. Think of it as you're already better at understanding it than most people with a second language.
I mean, you're typing it very good.
Yeah.
Listen, we do have some people that do come on to our lives that have become part of our community that, oh shoot, my phone is ringing. I don't know if you guys can hear this. That actually are using some of our lives in order to get their English a little bit better. So maybe that's something that you guys could chat about and they can give you some good tips. Okay.
Let's see. Dana, I hope to see you guys play poker against each other. That would be fun. Poker.
I feel like you'd win. Do you remember we had a board game, Texas Poker?
Texas
when you were growing
Hold'em.
up? Texas Hold'em. But it was a board game, wasn't it?
We had Yahtzee Texas Hold'em.
Okay, there you go. He's got a better memory than me. Yeah, or I'm willing to try it. I'm really not good at poker, but I'll have to.
Yeah,
I'll have to beef up my skills.
It's funny. I learned the Yahtzee version of Texas Hold'em before I learned the card game.
That was fun though.
Yeah, it was.
Suggestion. We love it. Christopher Bristol, how you doing?
Yeah, Christopher, welcome. Let's see. Oh, trying to get
Land of Snow.
Yeah,
Be Jamaican. Are you saying that you're in Jamaica right now? Is that what you're saying, Chris?
Yeah, let's see. Trying to get caught up. Katie, how was your Christmas? What did you get?
I got some lots of items that are very dear to me that I don't know that I'm allowed to talk about on our YouTube channel. But if you follow us, on my Instagram, I mean, you'll know.
Yeah.
I got a lot of little things like this for something that's coming up very, very soon. And one of my greatest gifts are, I like a specific candle. My son Austin got me probably 20 jars of the candle that I love. So what about you? How did you make out?
I made out pretty good. I got I think my big gift this year was a walking pad, which is basically a small treadmill that I've now got in my basement apartment that I use basically every single day to help me in my quest to be healthy. Be healthy. Yes.
And you got also some items for an event that's coming up for us.
I did, yes.
Yeah, we'll be able to talk about it one day, hopefully.
We keep it away from the podcast, but if you keep track of the social media, you might know, you might not. Let's see.
Lots of clothes. Yeah. Listen, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, let's see. Dana, I saw snow in Lebanon for the first time this year after the war stopped, and I was happy about that.
Wow, Lebanon. Wow.
Blue Baron, it's snowing here too. Where's the bloody global warming?
Oh, frig. Well, I think that's why we're getting it for some degree.
Climate change, yeah.
I noticed, is it Jonna? Are we in America? We're in Canada. My friend.
We're Canadian, yeah.
Ontario is the province that we're in Canada.
Yep, they also say, I think it's good if you speak English, and I'm here. That way I can learn a lot.
Perfect.
I mean, hey, glad we can help you out in that little way.
But I'll tell you what, if we're helping you out, you got to help us out. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we need you to subscribe, my friend, and we need you to watch and like our podcast. So if you could do that for us, we will help you with your English till you are bilingual.
Yeah. So let's see. Yep, Katie, I got lots and lots of clothes. We seem like a nice family. Well, thank you, Katie. You seem like a nice person.
We try, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We are all about love. But we do disagree.
Of course we do.
I mean, I disagree
Every
with your
family-
brother
every
as
family
well. It
disagrees,
is.
yeah.
We don't share the same viewpoints on everything, but
No.
you know, I learned a long time ago raising you and your brother that, you know, when you're raising kids, you're always on them, you know, correcting them and so that's our job, right? To raise them to be good humans. But now when you're older, you got to ask yourself, pick and choose your battles, right? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And I find that sometimes I do that.
Right.
Can I, Tara, can you let this go? Yes, of course I can.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I can't.
Dana, guys, have you watched Squid Game season 2? If yes, what did you think about it?
No.
I haven't seen season 2. I
Did you
watched
watch
season 1 though. Season 1 was very, very good.
You should watch 2 then. Yeah.
You should watch 1.
Yeah, I did. I heard really good things about it. I really kind of felt at some points, based when it was first out, how intense it got sometimes, that it would kind of be that.
It's a
for
heavy
me,
show sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I
but-
didn't go forward. But then I watched Ozark, and I mean, can anything be more intense
Yeah.
than Ozark?
We watched Stranger Things together. We still got to see season 4.
That was intense.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay, sorry guys.
Yep. Katie, do you guys like Harry Potter? Because I love it.
Oh,
I never really got into Harry Potter personally.
Did you not? No.
I know a lot of people my age did because
Yeah.
that was when the books were coming out.
It was kind of past me, but I know a lot of the books. I think a lot of the schools ended up bringing it into their English courses
It
and
was
stuff.
massive.
Yeah, so I can't comment on it, but I mean, I know it is huge. So I'm glad you like it. I've heard it's amazing.
Dana, you're a wonderful mother. You did a good job raising children.
Aw,
Thank
thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you, hon.
Let's see, Yona, at school, by the way, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. At school, we have geography. We're supposed to learn about the countries and capitals of America,
Sure.
mountains, rivers, seas, and lakes, and other things, but also in the other continents.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of that in the geography curriculums that I had when I was younger, too.
It's part of our curriculum in Canada as well.
You learn about the world in a broad sense. Obviously, the focus is mostly on Canada, but we learn about the other continents, other countries, things like that too. So it sounds similar to what it is in Germany.
Here in Canada, there's mandatory mandatory subjects that have to be part of the kindergarten to grade 8. Then they go into high school, which is grade 9 to grade 13. Then there's mandatory subjects that they have to take in high school. You can continue to take additional subjects. So if history was mandatory only until grade 10, you learned what the curriculum required up to that level.
Right.
If you took history above the mandatory level, so grade 11, grade 12, grade 13, you would learn even so much more
Yeah.
in regards to countries, and the same with geography.
Right.
So you learn the basics, but it's up to the student then to choose those courses past the mandatory to learn so much more.
Right.
Yeah. But then we learn a lot off YouTube,
Yeah,
because
true.
I'm watching all kinds of different countries. When I'm on YouTube, I'm all about knowledge. I'm not here. Well, I am watching reality TV on YouTube too. But what I've learned about different countries from some of the YouTube content is amazing.
Yeah. It's a big world out there.
Yeah.
A lot that we don't get to experience in Canada.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yep.
Let's see. Katie, just to say, you two seem very lovely and kind.
Thank
You
you.
both are very good parents. And I love that you share things about everything and you help us learn stuff. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, we appreciate that so much, Katie.
Yeah.
Thank you. And don't forget, if you want to communicate with us when we're not doing live or we haven't loaded a new podcast, just go on the community tab and send us a message. Who cares who sees it? We're here. I will always answer. We actually also have a Facebook page
That we do.
called This Crazy Life Podcast. You can put something on there or message me through Messenger and I will answer. And I promise,
We
and
also
I do fairly quickly.
You do, yeah.
Yep.
We also have a podcast email that you can find by looking in our channel's
Description.
Yep, by clicking on the channel.
Email.
Yeah. Email us, send us
Yeah.
questions, things you might want us to talk about on the podcast.
Please.
And on our channel, you can also find a playlist of all of our videos. So if you want to interact with us, you can also watch them, comment on them.
Yeah.
Leave likes and things like that. It helps us a lot, even on the older videos.
It does. And what I try to do with our Facebook page is load up some of our prior podcasts on that page so that if you go there and scroll, it might be a little easier to find something that you're looking for rather than going through all of the videos. Our YouTube channel is a little mixture of our podcast, but it also has some of my real estate tours and stuff like that. So sometimes you got to filter through.
Yeah, let's see. Yona, thanks. You were very nice.
Thank you.
I've heard that school in America is different than in Germany. It is. I think school in America is very America-centric, but I think that's also the case of any country. Like in Canada, you take Canadian history, you're not going to learn a whole lot about America's history. You're learning about Canada. Germany, you're learning things that are more relevant to Germany. And I think that's just sort of how it goes because they're trying to prepare you for life in that country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't been to school in America because we're Canadian, so I'm not comfortable commenting on what their school system is. But like I said, the curriculum here, I took geography, I took history. You learn what happened immediately, but it expands greatly. When they go into the world wars, we learn about all of the countries that partook and what happened. So there is room for learning a lot more.
True.
For sure.
I think that's a big exception. I think every country learns a lot about the world wars.
Yeah, or different wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know in my curriculum, the War of 1812 was one that we spent months on.
Big deal.
If you're in America or if you're in England or whatever, you're not going to hear a blip about that.
That's true, right? Because they weren't involved. Yep. Very true.
Let's see.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Katie's got a few questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite language that you've learned? I've learned a bit of Spanish. I know some French, but that's mostly from my school days. So unfortunately, I don't speak it very well. And I don't think I have another language that I really speak.
Yeah. So here in Canada, French is our second language. So it is mandatory to take it in school. I think for most of us, unless we have a job that requires us to be bilingual, meaning we need to be efficient in both languages, sometimes we just forget.
Yeah.
So I haven't been blessed to actually even go and learn another language other than French, and I don't speak it very well anymore, sadly. But I will tell you, we have a lot of Latinos that have immigrated to Canada, and Spanish is really becoming very, very, very
growing more common. Yeah.
Common. Yes. As well as Indian as well. And I can't think of their dialect. I apologize. So yeah, it's probably going to be time that we're going to have to start learning.
Let's see. Is it nighttime or daytime where we are? It is currently 3:50 p.m. in the afternoon, which now that it's winter and it gets dark early, I guess it's probably close to evening for us now. Let's see. When you went to school, did you have a class clown? So like the funny kid. I think every class has to have at least one. Yeah, I had plenty. Yeah.
And honestly, if I'm going to be honest, and maybe my oldest will watch this later, I can pretty much say my oldest was the class clown.
Probably, yeah.
For sure. I could talk about a ton of stuff he pulled in the class. But yes, I remember the class clown growing up. I won't say their name, but oh my gosh, funny.
Every class has at least one.
Funny, yes.
Let's see, Dana. I love the French language. It's so impressive.
It is, isn't it? They say that the Canadian French, because we have we have one entirely French province, which is Quebec.
Yes.
We have another French province, but it is French and English, which is New Brunswick.
Yeah.
But I've heard that the France French is a little different. You can definitely
I've heard that too,
communicate,
yeah.
but it's just a little different. Maybe I'll say a dialect different than what we have here.
Yeah, their own little quirks.
Yep.
Let's see, Yona, we attend school from first grade from 6 years. Sorry if I make mistakes in my English writing. Again,
Don't be sorry.
no need to be sorry. Like I
So
said,
you
you're
only go
already
to
doing a good
school up
job.
until grade 6?
Or they start when they're 6.
Oh, 6 years old is what you're saying.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, Dana, but we only have sports class. It's only free time. So basically gym. What would be gym for us?
Sorry, when they're 6 years old?
This
I'm
is
confused.
This is Dana, so this is an entirely new comments.
Okay.
We only have sports class. It's the only free time. I mean, we have recesses, and gym was sort of the anything goes kind of
lunch.
class. Yeah,
There's lunch breaks too.
yeah.
Mhm.
I consider recess a part of lunch too. But yeah, so we do get kind of breaks spread out through the day in Ontario, at least schools.
Yep.
Because I think every province also kind of has its own differences.
And we don't know what it's like now. You're 30 years old.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Who knows what it's like now?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's see. We'll do a few more. Maybe
Yeah.
call it up.
Yeah, I gotta call this. One of our agents needs me.
Yona, can you please say again at what age people start school in America?
We're in Canada.
For
hon.
us,
We're in Canada, not America. Okay.
around 4 years old, we have what is called kindergarten, which is sort of like the entry level to
Junior kindergarten.
junior and senior kindergarten.
Yep.
Which is sort of like the entry basic level for what will become public school. Then you have grade 1 to grade 8, which is elementary school. Then 9 to 12 is high school.
Grades.
Yes.
So if you're going by years, children are allowed to attend school when they're 4, and then they finish school when they're 17 and 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's all of it. If that makes it easier for you.
Yep. And Katie, if you had one wish, what would it be?
Yep. I know.
No? Go for it.
This is going to be very selfish. I'm not very selfish because I feel like I should be wishing for world peace.
Okay.
But I would wish that I would be blessed with financial freedom, help pay off my oldest son's mortgage, help pay off your mortgages, give lots of money to charity, find a cure for cancer, because clearly they need more money in order to do that, because the billions of dollars the Cancer Society has collected so far still has no cure. So that's what I would wish for.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So I'd wish for world peace.
Oh, you're so unselfish. Although I feel like mine was actually selfish with an unselfish motive.
Yes.
I didn't talk about me keeping any of the money.
No.
Yep. I would like to do more to help my kids.
Of course, yeah. All right. So listen, thanks to everyone who tuned in for this. You made this a really good live.
This was really nice. Guys, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Christopher Bristol.
I would wish for money and then more money.
So we're kind of on the same page, aren't we? But it's what you're going to do with your money that I think is going to make the difference.
True.
For me, I know that if I were to be that person that won the lottery, I would, of course, I'd pay off debt and help my kids pay off any debt they have. But I would be that person that was like, oh God, if you need it, okay, take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
I don't get those people who have like billions and billions and billions of dollars, and their only concern is getting more billions of dollars. Like, how about this money? Use it to help people.
True. Katie, if I could go back one day, what is this?
If you could go back one day, which day would you want to go back to and relive?
Katie, that's really good.
So either to re-experience something, or I assume if you wanted to change something.
I've often said, because, I'm an old lady now. I still like that my hair keeps sticking out here. I'm an old lady now, and I've always said I would love to go back when both my boys, Andrew and Austin, they're 2.5 years apart. when they were really little again, because I feel like I want to re-cherish those memories. I want to bring them back to the forefront and maybe even appreciate them more. Because
Right.
it's so weird when they become grown men and I'm like, oh my God, like you were just born yesterday.
Mhm.
That's what I think I would do.
Christopher says the day before he married. And he also says, you're not
Oh.
old, Tara. You're just aging like fine wine.
Thank you, Chris. You would go back to the day before you married. Okay, so what was that day? What was so special about that day for you that you would want to relive?
And be very careful about your answer.
Yeah, if it's going to be negative, just remember she might watch this. Yeah,
There we go. Yep. So I won't get
Oh.
married.
I kind of had a feeling.
Mhm.
You know what, Chris? You just say it like it is. You do. You do. You do.
Shout out to Mrs. Christopher Bristol.
Maybe, or X. Who knows? We don't know that much about him.
She's not watching. You better hope not, buddy. And Katie, you're not old. You don't look a day over 17.
Oh, this Katie.
She's saying all the right
Hey,
things.
I'm looking for somebody for this one. I think I like you. Might be time to visit the UK.
Katie,
Thank
can
you,
you
Katie.
please give me a shout out? I think we did.
I just
Yeah.
did. Yes, of course, always. But Katie, if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe.
And
Okay.
Dana, I wish I could move to the future. Why would I want to repeat the past? Valid.
Nobody can argue with that.
Valid. Yeah.
Nobody can. Yes. Yes. I agree, Dana.
Yeah.
Now,
perfectly fair
Austin,
point.
let me ask you. So Friday we can't go live again because you're going to be
'Cause
on
I
the
am
road
gone,
later. Like you're actually showing from like 1:00, which means you're leaving before noon because you're
Yes.
showing far. So are we going live again tomorrow? Just so that everybody knows if they want to kind of be part of it.
I think
I'm showing at 2:00, so I'll be back in around 2,
I
3
think
to 3:30.
if you're good to go live tomorrow, then I think we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we try to go live tomorrow, I'm so sorry. This is why it becomes really hard for me because I feel so guilty if I can't. It's going to be between the 3 and 3:30, closer to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. I have to show 2 houses, so I won't be back, which is going to be a bit later for some of you guys,
Yeah.
which we do know, and we're so sorry. Saturday, we won't be going live. I am teaching all day.
Yeah.
All day. But we are actually, we've got a different camera that your dad got you for Christmas.
Yes.
So we are actually in the process of learning how to use it to film ourselves because normally we have the production team do it and we need more content. And we just don't have the hours sometimes that the production team can only do.
Right.
So our intent, everybody, is to give you something at the minimum every other day that we're filming ourselves. But bless your hearts, the editing might be really bad. But that'll give you guys a little bit more content as well as the lives, as well as the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's see. Katie, I might join your live tomorrow. Yona, it is 21:57. So
Yeah, that's getting in there.
9:57.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What time is it? It's about 4:00 for us now. So we are going to log off in just a minute.
I do. I have agents that are calling me. They need
Yep.
me.
And Dana, we'll go through these last comments and
Yes.
then we'll call it. Wait a minute. I can find Austin a girl here in Dubai. Is he ready to live in Dubai? I have a lot of girlfriends. Austin can find me a girl who suits him.
I mean, that's going to be difficult for our podcast. So if he moves to Dubai, then this can't happen anymore.
Yeah. So listen,
How do you feel about that, Dana?
I've got a lot of commitments here, so I'm not sure. We might have to put that on hold.
I do think you should visit.
Yeah, I don't know how to write the time in English properly. That works too. That's just 24-hour time. So yeah, I read it. Yeah, you're about 10 o'clock right now, right? And Dana, I will be on time to watch the live. Sounds good, everybody.
Okay, all right. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, we need you to do us a favor. We need you to subscribe, but we also need you to watch the episodes. We need the watch time hours. in order for this to make sense for us. We're working our way to monetization. How much are we at?
34.
34,000 subscribers, and we're not monetized yet. Thank you, everybody. We have reached that because of you. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, This Crazy Life Podcast. I actually forgot for a second what it was called. If you message us, I promise I answer pretty quickly. Don't forget, we've got an email. You can reach us anytime with your suggestions. And it is in the description of this channel. And you know what, kiddo?
What?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
We're just a mom and son laughing through life.
Indeed we are.
Yeah.
Thanks to every one of you who's tuned in. We appreciate every single one of you. You guys are so nice. You made this a great live. It was great chatting with you. Great checking in. Be sure to check out all of our old videos. Comment on them. It helps us out a lot. And remember, guys, life's crazy. We can't change that, but we can talk about it.
And we do.
Take care, everybody. Have
Peace out.
a great rest of your day.